Screams echoed into the cold night as the ambulance door slammed shut. Farida's voice shook, repeating the same words like a broken record. He wasn't breathing. He wasn't breathing. The sirens disappeared into the distance, but their panic stayed behind, thick as smoke.
Cutie Jules stared at his trembling hands. Moments ago, they were holding Deed alive, warm. Now he couldn't forget the emptiness. He didn't even know if he could face the truth. The person he loved most might never open his eyes again.
The security guard who saw everything whispered into his radio again. The attacker. He vanished. His face paled. This wasn't just a random hit. Across town, the masked man removed his gloves with terrifying calm. He placed them into a burning trash bin and smirked. Phase 1. Complete. Back at the hospital, fluorescent lights flickered overhead. Nurses rushed Deed into emergency care. Machines beeped rapidly like a countdown. Faith held Imis's hand, but her legs wobbled as she tried to stay strong. Tears dripped silently, until Amizi suddenly jerked her hand away.
"This is my fault," Amizi gasped. "He tried to protect me. They came for me because of who my father is." Her chest tightened, breath shaking. Faith wiped her tears. "Stop. Deed fought because he loves you. He'd do it again."
Amizi pressed her forehead to the cold wall. She remembered how Deed smiled earlier that day, how he told her the world couldn't hurt her as long as he existed. And now, he was dying because he kept that promise.
Cutie Jules stormed toward the doctor. "Tell me something, anything."
The doctor didn't blink.
"We're trying." He lost a lot of blood, and his heart stopped once on the way here. "Prepare yourselves."
The words stabbed harder than any knife.
Farida collapsed, her mind replaying the moment she saw the shadow behind Deed. A glint of steel, a fast strike. His gasp, her scream. She grabbed a chair to steady herself, but it didn't stop the shaking.
Suddenly, alarms exploded from the operation room. Nurses shouted codes. The surgeon yelled, "He's crashing." A long, flat beep hummed through the hall like death's whisper. "No." Cutie Jules slammed the glass. Amizi nearly fainted.
Faith covered her mouth and prayed fiercely. Then, silence. Everyone froze. Seconds crawled. The monitor remained still, mocking hope. But just as despair swallowed the hallway,
beep, 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 a heartbeat. Weak, but fighting. The doctor exhaled deeply, wiping sweat from his brow. "We got him back," he whispered.
Relief washed over them just a drop, not enough to calm the storm.
Because the attacker watched from a dark rooftop across the street. Phone pressed to his ear. "Plan failed. Deed survived," he reported. A chilling voice responded, slow and venomous.
"Then we move to phase 2. Take someone he can't live without." The rooftop door creaked.
Boots approached.
A hand reached Imis's shoulder, behind her unseen. Blackout. More details in part 5.